It is a Thursday. It is an early edition of Woodbine Racing Live because we have 10 races coming your way. It is Lisa, it is Jeff with you as we bring you coverage of our racing program on a chilly Thursday, our final Thursday of the meets here at Woodbine. Some people don't want the meet to end. Others are apparently quite excited.
I'm cool with not driving up and down the QEW for a while. I'm ready to take a little break.
Little break. We're going to put you out to pasture for a bit.
No, they're going to send me over to the harness, to harness land for a while, and then and I'll meet you over there eventually.
I'll be there eventually. Yep, well, I will be there eventually. In January, you'll be seeing a lot of Elise and I at Woodbine Mohawk Park. But for tonight, you have us right here at Woodbine. And what will the rest of the week look like? Will we have some prices coming your way? Will we have some horses that are maybe trying to salvage that last victory of the campaign as well? One rider that had a very good week last week, and especially on Sunday, was Juan Crawford. He brought in a couple of nice prices on the program.
Yeah, good for Juan to have a couple good winners at the end. But the guy who really, sealed the deal on Saturday was Rafael Hernandez because he won, 5 races on the program. So, but congratulations to Juan. Good year for him between both racetracks, Fort Erie and Woodbine.
Yeah, in fact, Chancel, who won the finale, is back in on Saturday's program here, in a much tougher spot. But
I saw that. They're going to try the A of the then, right?
Yeah. So, hey, that horse is kind of paid for its year, so why not give it a bit of a shot, right? So that's something that we'll keep an eye on. But we are going to keep an eye on this Chalks race. We kind of think it's over. It's 7 right now, unless Pietro just gets onto a roll of 8 wins, and all of a sudden Hernandez gets shut out. I don't think he's got enough ground to make up in here. But we're going to take a look at some stats and standings from November the 27th. And speaking of Pietro, I was watching a little turf wet last night. He had a couple of rides on the program. He rode one for Darwin, and he rode one for Wesley Ward.
I forgot about that. They went down for Darwin on, how'd they do?
No bueno.
No bueno.
Got claims.
Got claimed.
Yeah.
That's American money.
Yep.
So that's all right. Who's the top guy? Well, it's Rafi, of course, but this goes back to November 27th. So who was hot during that period of time? Frazier. This young man is gonna have a great career ahead of him. As we've talked about before, he can consistently be a top 5, top 10 guy for a number of years. He's a young person, so he's got a great future ahead of him. Pietro, of course, is gonna lose his bug early in the month of January, and Ryan Munger, we'll be watching him in South Africa over the winter months.
Let's take a look at the trainers. Devin Gittins, he got onto one of those Rafi type of rolls a couple of weeks ago. Norm McKnight is going to retire at the end of the year. Yep. Pat Dixon's a long way away from retiring.
But he's hot right now.
And we hope that Bob Tiller never retires, because we
right.
love seeing him compete here at Woodbine, and he had 3 winners apiece. But look at that. I mean, it's been the Devin Gittins show. Now, he is actually left. He's got his barn still right in his shed row here. Obviously, he's down in New York, and he's ready to start some horses down there.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep our eye on New York and see when they start running horses, because really, it's not like when you go to Florida and you need time for the horses to kind of get used to the hot weather or acclimatize. You need 2-3 weeks at least to do that. I mean, you're going from cold to cold, so those horses should be basically ready to run in New York.
Yeah, Sahin's doing quite well down there. Delilah Rivera, who rode some winners up here, is down there as well, and hopefully the Gittins outfit able to have some success as well towards the start of the new year. And it might take a little while for the horse to kind of ship down before everything shuts down here, but they should be ready to go right off the van.
I would think so. It's not a far ship.
No, it's not. It's not by any means. How's the Christmas shopping going?
I'm almost done.
Excellent.
I think I got one more left to do.
You're in good. Robert.
Yeah.
Gotta get Robert's gift.
Robert, I'm knitting him a scarf. It'll be ready next year.
That's right. Okay, you ready to do some handicapping? All right, let's get the clock going in here. We'll see how much time Mike gives you for the first topic, which is gaining. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's what you've got. And we're going to go right to race number 3 on the day in here. Third race on the program does feature some 2-year-olds that will go 6.5 furlongs. We have a first-time starter for Hillsbrook Farms. Boy, they've had a strong year with a bunch of different horses. We also have Sans Dancer, who's kind of squeezed in a lot of races in a short time frame, so that kind of worries me a little bit. And then you got the Dart. the airplane horse on the inside.
Yeah, this horse, we're going to show you the replay of Silver Dart's first lifetime start, and this was a really encouraging first lifetime start. Like, if this is my horse, I am tickled pink with the effort here, because you can see that Jalon is right around here. He's going to start to ask this horse. It's the 6 that we're watching. So right around here, he's going to start to get a little busy with her. She is a first-time starter, so you want to give them encouragement to go forward, but you don't want to sour them, right? So you can see that he's riding her with a lot of motivation, I think, and she gives you a really great effort. She starts to reel in the eventual winner in Artful Diamond, and she's right there for a piece of the action. In fact, it's a photo finish, but it's going to go to the 1. So Silver Dart off of that, I mean, you got to be thinking you're sitting on a maiden score here. That was for a quarter. We're back for a quarter here today for Kevin Attard. What's the stat on Kevin? What's he, really close to 900 career wins?
4 away.
Okay, so this could definitely be one of them. This horse, who is a top selection for all of us here today. The other interesting horse, Sans Dancer, as you pointed out, it's a busy campaign, gets onto the Lasix program and takes the drop from 40 in for $25,000. And I did toss in the first-time starter, Sweet Ophelia, because, you know, this is actually out of a good mare that's produced some nice horses. Lasting Memory. This is a sister to Lasting Silence, Cornwall, Take Chances, like all horses that we recognize from racing here and doing well.
Yeah, and the mare's from the same family as like a Gem and Win and Rain, so it comes from a really nice family. Silver Dart, the only thing that kind of worries me a little bit is this one lost to a Assiniboia downshipper last time out. Now, I don't know how good that competition is.
I remember that, yeah.
But still, the figure came back good. They were well clear of everybody else. I think the pros far outweighed the cons when doing some handicap.
Yeah, I remember that, because that horse just went straight to the front and kept on going, and then bumped into the rail a little bit too. Right. I think was kind of green in that race, but kind of blew our mind because we weren't expecting an Assiniboia Downs horse to come here and romp like that. But yeah, I mean, Kevin's close to 900 career wins. This should give him another tick.
Okay, if you're like Elisa and I, we've got this terrible habit of we go home with intentions of watching some of our great TV shows. We last for about 10 minutes. So then you have to rewind it and start again. And
Yep.
Well, it's kind of like this. We've seen this movie before. This is race 2 from Thursday.
Right.
Last Thursday. And these are 5,000 claimers, non-winners of 3 or non-winners of a race in a year. And we're going to go with 6.5 furlongs. So we're going to show you a replay that we showed you last week, but I think it's very important to show it because Lady Moonshine ran a beauty last time out.
And there was some interesting things happening in Lady Moonshine's race as well. Things you don't often see in these replays. Now, this is back November the 13th, and here's our horse. So she's the 3, and she's in on the rail, and you're thinking to yourself, hold on, that's the 8, right? Without a rider? Yeah, that 8 horse was there to kind of wreak a little havoc on some folk, because, listen, if you got a loose horse going beside you, I think you're riding extra cautiously because you're like, where are you going to go? But at this point at the turn, she got out wide, so she wasn't really a part of the mix. But then we get a good effort here from Lady Moonshine, and Lois Len was the best horse in the race. I think she was the lone speed on that day. She went straight to the front. She kept on going. Lady Moonshine just simply best of the rest under Austin Adams, who is aboard again here today. So here's the beauty of today's card. 5, is it 5 of the races? 5 of today's 10 are repeats from last Thursday. So if some things look familiar to you today, your mind's not messing with you. You haven't had too much rum and eggnog. Do you like rum and eggnog?
I can't do eggnog.
No, I didn't think you could.
I can't. Ugh, disgusting.
It's like drinking eggs.
I don't care how much rum's in there, it's still gross.
Lady Moonshine, though, I think looks good in here. I did use the 9. La Turca, because we've found, and we've talked about this a lot lately, Krista Cole's reclassifying her horses in the spots she's putting her in, they're all the right spots.
Now, there are some new additions to this field that weren't part of it originally. No Visor. Debbie Rhombus entered 2 of her horses as well. We got a Finger Lakes horse that we have to give some consideration to as well. So.
Well, it's like you said before, Jeff, you get a sneak peek at these races when they cancel them. And what I noticed is there's quite a few new horses into the mix in some of these 5 races. So it's not as simple as just cut and pasting last week's work.
Topic number 3 is Rafi. And we're speaking about Mr. Rafael Hernandez in here. And he's obviously had a terrific campaign, especially when it comes to stake races. For the 5th, we've got 10 claimers, non-winners of 3 races, lifetime. And the thing that is interesting with Rafi is him riding for barns that he usually doesn't ride for. Now, I think this would normally be Salas, and it was Salas when the race was canceled, but he's on days now, so all of a sudden, guess who picks up the mount, the leading rider?
I know, and off of a bullet move, too. This is a barn that has quietly had a very good campaign this season, but look at this. Rafi's this is smart. He's only going to ride 3 races today, and I think the 3 that he rides are all live horses that he's got, whereas Pietro's going to be busy. He's, wants to get as close as he can to Rafi, but this horse that he's got here in the 5th looks incredibly live, and that's Alta Calibre. So this barn's been claiming lower-end horses, right? And they've been able to kind of well, look, he's been able to put a lot of speed into the horses that he's claimed, and they've been winning at a pretty good clip, good enough for him to be at a 22% average. Horse won by 8 lengths in a 10-2. What makes you think this horse could lose this 10-3, especially with Rafi picking up the call? I mean, look at this. It's a sweep of the 3. Now, there are some new horses in here as well. McGill is new. Wildfire is new. The Bev Chubb horse, who could be a factor here. Balls in Your Court is new, and I certainly put that one in my ticket, and same with the 1 horse. Oh yeah, I missed that. I said new right there. Bob Tiller's horse. So I tossed the 1, I know you did too, the 1 and the 10 into it. I had to take a couple of horses out from last Thursday.
Yep, yeah, exactly. I'd do a little bit. I never changed my top picks. I just, the 2nd and 3rd and 4th place picks, I kind of changed.
Seems like though when we cancel, other days, it's never really any new horses.
No.
But because we're at the end of the meet, there's all sorts of new horses in these races.
Yeah, and it was interesting watching the rundowns over the last couple of days, how some horses moved into different races just to get that chance. So if you do a lot of handicapping for this weekend, you might say, why is the horse in this spot? Probably not the spot they wanted to go into.
Yeah. There's a non-winners of, there's a non-winners of 3 tomorrow, and everybody in it's pretty much eligible for non-winners of 2.
Yeah, a bunch of one-time winners in that field. It happens this time of the year. Play of the day battle. I like this. So this is race number 6 on the program, and this was last Thursday's 5th. I forgot to write that down here.
Oh, don't worry, I've got it right here, Jeffy. And there's a new horse in this race too.
Yes, that is true, and
That's
that is
the John Ross
Kamasi. You and me, we got a filly in this race. Alpha Gamma Girl's a filly in this spot as well. So Cajun Influence, what do you make of this? The horse running so well first time out and not nearly as well second time out.
Well, see what it says on that Kelly wrote down, rank early. So, sometimes second time they get a little over anxious out there, right? And the nerves start to kick in a little bit on some of these horses as well, because then the first time they have no clue what's going to happen. Second time they know. And then you have to start, worrying about them a little bit if they are horses that, say get a little hot when they know they're going to be racing. But I think this horse just goes straight to the front and keeps on going. I know that you like the 4. I like the 4 too. The works are slow, but we're cool with that. It's probably the only barn where the works are slow and we're like, yeah, I'm not worried about it.
No big deal.
Yeah, because that's what Lauren does. He doesn't work them. Look, you're not making any money in the morning. No. You're making the money in the afternoon. So, Vaquero Point is the first-time starter out of an unraced dam. But here's the big move on this one, and you've used the horse in the top spot. This is a half to Yukon Striker, who's actually the 2-year-old. This is the 3-year-old. So Yukon Striker had a debut, I would say, 3 weeks ago or so, and it was an easy maiden win. 7 foals for this mare. 5 of them are winners. She never raced, but she can throw a racehorse.
So I was doing some perusing on the interwebs, and don't worry, all safe sites. And I went to the Fasig Tipton site, and this one's Yukon Striker is on a digital sale. I think they're asking $300,000 for the
300,000?
Yeah. So I don't know if they're going to get the worth that or not, but I think that's what the price. I don't know how it works though, because that's what it says they're asking, but I don't know if that's the reserve. I don't know how it works.
December sale, the digital sale in December?
Speaking of sales, do you see that Mansetti's in the January sale?
Is he?
Yeah, racing of age sales. So they put Mansetti in there. So anyways, so I'll take a shot with Vaquero Point because that reference you spoke of in here. And Moo and Me is trying to keep a win on today's program after losing it via disqualification earlier this year. Do you think the kids these days play musical chairs anymore? Is it considered not safe anymore?
I played it at a wedding not too long ago.
Well, yeah. Yeah, there's reasons for that, though. I'm sure some beverages were consumed.
That's true,
But
yeah.
we do have some jockey movement going on here in this spot.
Okay, what's this now? Oh, race number 8 on the program today. Okay, so the 8th race is the original 4th race from last Thursday. Guess what? Nothing changes for me. I wrote down anyone on top of last week's 4th race, and I got anyone on top of this one. The only horse that kind of stands out in here is Fedorova.
Same.
We talked about this horse last week. This is a huge opportunity for this barn to get a win. They've had a very quiet season. Pietro Moran takes over, as you mentioned. Leo's done, right? Or do we see him on Sunday? We see him back on Sunday. So he sits out on days for the next 3, but he'll be back on Sunday. And look at this. We're all kind of leaning toward, because really on paper, this is the only horse that's actually showed us a little interest. Other than that, I mean, you're just rolling the dice.
Well, I've chased She's So Croatian so many times.
Yeah.
So I've got the horse second. Serious Green, same thing. I mean, they're combined. Not that Fedorova's record's a lot better, but at least with Fedorova, it's back-to-back good races.
Well, and that's something we keep telling everybody about too, is you just got to find them in good form. They don't necessarily have to be in the spots that you might want them to be in, but if they're showing good form, they seem to at least be giving us good efforts.
So maiden double is our next topic, and this is actually a split. They had so many horses in this race, they split into 2 different races. I think the 9th is the tougher of the splits, myself. I kind of think Barb's a standout in the last. With Sunlit.
Yeah, Barb's a standout in the last for sure.
Yeah.
And then here, did you use Dancing Mary Marie in the top spot? I did too.
It just seems like there's always one better. Like,
I know,
she runs well all the time, but there always seems to be the one better.
Rock Hard Rose, I like her on the Saturday program, going first start off with a claim. Yep, she looks good there. Out for a Rip, if you remember, was taking a big drop for Catherine Day Phillips. So you're right. Like Naughty Destiny, same thing. Like, you're right. There's always someone a little bit better, but maybe not tonight. I think Dancing Mary Marie, it's her opportunity. Arendelle could be the threat, but this is a big drop. You know, 40, 25, now in for 9,500 with Fraser Abley aboard. So I went 8-6.
Same.
But yeah, I mean, after that, I mean, you know, I don't know what's happened with this 4-horse Pat's Holiday, but it appears like either they've changed trainers again or the horse has been a private purchase since the race. I'm really not sure. But I did toss it in just because it's moving into Chirkop's barn.
And I'm not familiar with the rider that much
Me neither.
So.
Me neither. But you know, sometimes too, and I'm only taking a guess. I no offense or anything, but sometimes you got an exercise rider in the barn. You know, they've worked all year long. They have a jock's license, and here's an opportunity to make a Christmas bonus.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Race 10 normally is our jackpot high 5, but we put the suitcase outside because it's cold enough to freeze it. The money out there, and we're gonna have a mandatory payout coming up on Saturday and a mandatory payout coming up on Sunday as well. So start handicap, we've got a 10-pack of horses in the finale on Saturday. I love Tiller's horse.
Me too.
Race.
It's funny, Jeff and I have to send our work in for Saturday this morning. And I never look at Jeff's work, he doesn't look at mine, and then, you know, we send it in, and we both have Tiller's horse as a key for the jackpot high 5.
Now, there is not much pace in that race. That Boots horse might shake loose.
Oh, yeah.
But
give me the boots.
Yeah, give me the boots. But yeah, we're on that one in here. But what about the nightcap? Like, it's as simple as Sunlit? Like, I don't know where else to go.
That's what I got. I got 9, then anyone.
Yeah.
That's my note on top. So Sunlit for Minchell and Abley, you know, kind of the same thing as Fedorova. Like, it looks like today's the day to do it. Now, McPherson's going to use the 8, LaRonde in the top spot. I can't use a horse. Sorry, can't use a horse that walked off. Not for me. The 5, Malibu Betty, dropping from 15 in for 10, is going to be a top selection for Ron Gierkink. This barn's been really quiet though lately. Carlos Grant, like, I mean, nice guy, but you know, and he did have some good luck when he used Hernandez a few times. But I mean, I put Malibu Betty in for second, but it's all Sunlit as far as I'm concerned. After that, I mean, you could maybe look at a horse like the 10 Miami. I mean.
Both Sunlit and Dancing Mare Marie, it's kind of now or never for those two horses.
And Fedorova.
Yeah,
all 3 of those horses are in good spots tonight to get some Christmas
And you know what?
money.
It's kind of good for Sunlit and Dancing Mare Marie. They're not hooking each other, so I think one would probably lose.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It'd be like one is just a little bit better, right?
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Let's take a break.
Okay.
We have 19 seconds. I'm going to put it in the bank, hopefully get some interest. And when we come back, we're going to take a look at our plays of the day. We've got clock reports, and we'll talk more about the mandatory payout situation coming up this weekend.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Thoroughbred horse racing is steeped in tradition. It's known as the sport of kings and queens. But for those who are not monarchs, owning a thoroughbred racehorse is accessible to us too. And whether it's your family's biggest win in 30 years or your first win after your first few months as an owner, it's an experience unlike any other. To learn more about thoroughbred racehorse ownership in Ontario, reach out to connect with someone who can help you get started on your journey.
All I want for Christmas is my first thoroughbred. So join the journey, because it is a lot of fun to watch.
I can sell you one. No
Well, one
problem.
that's
I
fast.
tried. Matt, listen, don't say I didn't offer.
You did.
I did offer, but
You did.
he was like, well, can you guarantee the horse is going to be a stakes winner, Elisa?
Well, no, but you could have guaranteed he was stakes place.
That's true.
You could have in hindsight. Race number 10 will be at 9:05 today. Not sure if Elisa's got one of the horses in the nightcap in her plays of the day or not, but
can't
here's a
remember.
look at them right now. You do. Big opportunity.
Oh, sunlit. Yeah, I mean, come on. Right? Like we've talked about this with Silver Dart. I showed you that replay. Alta Calibre with Hernandez, Cajun Influence, Speed, and Sunlit. I mean, great opportunity for this one to get a win in the
I
last.
think we have a lot of similarities
Yeah.
today. I think we do. Yeah. I got Silver Dart. My watch lister is Lighty Moonshine for the replay that you showed us. Alta Calibre. And my debut threat is Caro Point. I really
price
don't
on
know
that
what
one.
to expect, but I'm going to get a number. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
So take a bit of a shot with that one. Want to wish Lauren all the best as Dresden Rose racing at Turfway coming up on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's a big night.
Dresden Rose there.
Yep.
Caitlin
Kevin's
Greatness is there.
Yeah.
Somebody
Who
else is down
else?
there. One of Marty's is there as well. No Balls, we know very well, is
Oh,
down there
right,
as
and
well.
Rafi's going to go ride that horse, right?
He's named.
He's
but
named?
I don't
Okay.
know if he's going or not.
Okay, well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. And there's a look
Put our
at
ear
Lady
to the
Moonshine.
ground.
That's where Doug's going to go. Woodbine TV Prod is Might Be Trouble. And Ron Gearkin going towards Dancing Mary Marie as his best bets of the day. Tick, 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 tick. I'm Elisa Blow. I'm Jeff Pax, and this is 60 Minutes. No, this is the Clock Reports. And Ernie says, Shamra. He is reusing the one he gave us last Thursday. And why not?
That's okay. You're allowed to recycle.
That's
We
right.
recycled some for today as well. But I mean, look, like I said, there are some new horses into the mix, so you don't just want to cut and paste. You're going to have to take a closer look. But Shamra is back in action.
Yeah, there you go. And Shamra will be going up in against some competition I think that horse should be able to handle. We'll have more on that race coming up in race number 7 a little bit later on. Okay, here's the mandatory payout situation. It is on Saturday. And you might be saying, why are they having a mandatory payout on Saturday and a mandatory payout on Sunday? It's in case we have to cancel one of those days. So Saturday, December the 13th, look at that carryover, $269,656.92 to be 100% accurate. Now, Elisa, we have got our head jackpot high five handicapper on the scene doing his handicap. His name is Robert Geller.
Oh, yes. He's probably going to see the Tiller horse the same as
Well,
us.
but he might have a price
Yeah.
play up his sleeve
You never
as
know.
well.
He's
Now,
good for those.
Robert has been very busy as well. He's been printing out the complimentary program. He's been putting together the contest that we're going to have, and he's been knitting the scarves. And his head is on the custom wrapping paper as well.
Oh, yes. See, everybody thought that Robert was just away sick for those couple
he's
of
been
days, but
knitting these
no,
scarves.
he was making 500 scarves to
That's
give
right.
away to our fans today on the weekend, and it's actually Jeff Bratt in the
Wrapping paper.
custom.
So you get those scissors and just go. This guy give me all these bad picks. And then they put tape on my mouth. I'm sick of hearing him talk. Yeah. I got to get some of that, actually.
I think
curious.
you should, yeah. Just run it through the shredder.
Yeah. Oh, the gratification. Yeah, no, exactly. 23 minutes away from the opener. We'll get you all set for race number 1. I saw some horses coming over with some blankets on. Yep.
Oh, you better have a blanket on tonight.
Oh, boy. A little chilly out there. It's race 1 preview coming up next.